Imagine this, a radio signal, uninterrupted, every moment, every second, a sound that never stops. This mysterious sound, transcending the boundaries of time and space, is only heard on a few frequencies, 4,625 kHz. This is the only radio frequency that is known worldwide and continuously broadcasts. That signal does not get lost among others. Instead, it is always at the forefront. This signal is called UVB-76, but everyone simply knows it as buzzer. For more than 40 years, it has hung in the air like a mystery. There is no explanation, just a buzzing sound, and occasionally strange cryptic messages. But the meaning of these messages has never been solved by anyone. What exactly is UVB-76? Why has it been continuously broadcasting for so long? No one has dared to solve it. Today, we will take a closer look at the mystery behind UVB-76. UVB-76 is a shortwave radio signal that has been continuously broadcast since the 1970s. Its broadcast dates back to the Soviet Union era. This sound, emanating from Russia's remotest areas, through deep forests and mountains, can be heard even in the most distant villages. The most remarkable feature of the signal is that it always begins with a constantly repeating buzzing sound. Known as a buzzer sound, this sound always plays in a specific sequence. Many listeners hear this sound as if it were the error of a malfunctioning system. However, this sound never stops. No matter how much time passes, it continues endlessly. But UVB-76 is not just about the buzzer sound. Occasionally, cryptic messages spoken by a human are added between the sounds. These messages typically consist of short and cryptic words.
Николай, Женя, Татьяна, Иван. Николай, Женя, Татьяна, Иван. 82, 890. Женя, Анна, Николай, Роман, Ольга, Николай, Анна, Цапли, Иван. 13, 68, 06, 04.
For example, in the 1990s, a message like Yamnik 74 Elena was heard. No one has been able to make sense of these messages. Is there really a cassette behind the signal? A malfunction? Or is it part of a military system? Many researchers believe there is a deliberate purpose behind UVB-76, but what it is remains a mystery. It would be accurate to say that such a long-running signal cannot be a coincidence. One of the most common theories is that UVB-76 is used for military purposes. Many people suggest that this signal was used by the Soviet Union for military communication. The Soviet Union frequently used shortwave radio frequencies for secret communication with military personnel and state leaders. Another possible reason for UVB-76's constant broadcast could be related to emergency communications. In the former Soviet Union, there was a system known as Dead Hand, designed to ensure that the Soviets were prepared for nuclear war. In this case, UVB-76 could be a system providing emergency communication in the event of a nuclear disaster. The continuity of the signal could point to some sort of automatic response system. Another theory is that UVB-76 is a type of espionage signal. Many believe this broadcast is used by Russian intelligence services to send secret messages to agents. This is because shortwave radio signals are practically very hard to track. This could be a perfect tool for espionage. However, the cryptic messages in UVB-76 have never been definitively decoded. In the end, no one knows for certain whether UVB-76 is part of a military or intelligence system. But one thing is clear, there is a purpose behind the signal. One of the most notable and strange events related to UVB-76 was the temporary cessation of the signal. In 2010, the radio signal suddenly stopped, and many people saw this as a great mystery. A few hours later, when the signal returned, a human voice was heard. This was an unprecedented event. Immediately after the interruption, another human voice mixed with the broadcast. The appearance of this voice, amidst the usual buzzer sound, confused people even further. No one could identify the source of this voice. Another incident was the relocation of UVB-76's position. In the early 2010s, it was discovered that UVB-76 had moved from its previously known location in Povarovo to another place. This area is located north of Russia's capital, Moscow. However, the exact source of the signal is still unknown. Many people interpreted this change as a kind of secret military operation. Some theories claim that the unexpected intervals and messages sent by UVB-76 suggest a preparation for a global communication crisis. Indeed, the short-term interruption of the signal could be seen as a type of emergency warning. However, what lies behind these events is still unclear. Today, UVB-76 continues to broadcast. Yet, over the years, the mystery of this radio broadcast remains unsolved. No one knows for sure what is happening. Some experts claim that it is an old Soviet cassette system malfunctioning, while others argue it is part of a modern military system. With each passing year, the mystery of UVB-76 grows. But one thing is certain: there is a conscious purpose behind the signal. But what is it? Nuclear war preparation? An espionage operation? Or is it simply the result of a malfunction? As long as the mystery of UVB-76 remains unsolved, this signal will continue to inspire worldwide research and the creation of theories. This signal, broadcasting continuously at 4,625 kHz, is still being closely monitored. And maybe one day we'll be able to solve the mystery behind this sound, these cryptic messages. But until then, UVB-76 will live on as a global mystery. The mystery of UVB-76 deepens with each passing day. Despite all these years, no one knows exactly what it is. However, one thing is certain: UVB-76 has made its mark in history as one of the most mysterious radio signals. If its secret is ever solved, the truth behind what is perhaps the most fascinating radio broadcast in the world will be revealed. But for now, only theories and uncertainties remain.
Николай, Женя, Татьяна, Иван. Николай, Женя, Татьяна, Иван. 82 890. Женя, Анна, Николай, Роман, Ольга, Николай, Анна,